Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be seeing if we can make a functional Droop Snoot, which you would have saw in the thumbnail and title. Anyways, we are here on a modded map, just with this huge runway so that we have lots of space for takeoff and landing, but we need to get building. So the Concorde was the first supersonic passenger airplane, and it was used to fly people across the ocean very quickly. And so part of the challenges with going fast is aerodynamics, and for this reason, they had to have a super long nose. That nose meant that you could not really see the runway too well when taking off and landing, so they had to come up with an interesting solution for that, which was the Droop Snoot. And the Droop Snoot was a nose that folded down when you were coming in for landing, and that's sort of what we're trying to replicate with this build. The body is inspired by the Concorde as well, but the real point of this video is trying to figure out if we can build a functional Droop Snoot like on the Concorde. Anyways, let's get back to the build. Okay, so now it is a half an hour or so later, and I have gone ahead and built a Concorde styled plane. It definitely inspired, but like the last build, not 100% accurate. Yeah, I honestly am pretty happy with how it turned out. I think it would look better with a paint job, but as you can see, the nose is not very aerodynamic, and that is because the whole point of this video, building a Snoop Droop nose thingamajigger. And yeah, so we're gonna get to work on that now and see if we can make it actually functional. I think the actual functionality of this shouldn't be too hard. It's more the making it look pretty that's gonna be difficult. We might have to bump up the complexity, but we'll see what we can do within the complexity limit. So yeah, time to just make this as aerodynamic as possible. You know, I'm just gonna draw this nose out as much as possible, make it as long and aerodynamic as possible, and then get back to you and try to make it look prettier and walk through my sort of thought process with you guys. Okay, so I've gone and I have slapped a nose on this, which I tried to make look nice. I don't know, all up to opinion, but considering how blocky this game is and the limited angles, I think I did pretty okay. And now we just have to test it. So I put the hinge in here somewhere. There we go. Now we just have to configure its settings. We'll set this to number... I guess it kind of makes sense for the nose to droop as the landing gear comes out, right? Because that's all part of the landing process. So we'll put that with number 1. Set that to toggle. No idea what the angle is going to have to be. And that's completely and utterly wrong. We'll do the easy fix. I think this should work. Toggle to 1. Grab these guys. Start position 0. 1. Toggle. There we go. Okay. Does this mean that this is actually working? I think that's a little bit of a drastic droop. So I'm gonna adjust that angle, half it, 15 degrees. Okay, let's see. Let's go into first person. It is working. Let's just adjust our FOV real quick. Set it way down so we're closer. And I mean, yeah, you can see more. You can actually, yeah, see the maximum FOV out of the first person. So it's working. We do have a functional Droop Snoot. However, if I quickly, yeah, it sort of looks like that's bouncing off the ground. So I'm gonna adjust the setting to make it slightly slower. And I mean, that transition is gonna go in the air. And now that I've adjusted all of the weight, let's see if this thing can still fly. So we're going to take off the runway. That is not the takeoff that I meant. It does not look like we can get in the air anymore. I'm gonna go do some quick adjustments and see if I can get this thing back to flying ability. We did successfully build the Droop Snoot. Now we just need to make the plane work with the Droop Snoot. Okay, so I got into the air, not in the intentional way, with a little bit of glitching, but We are able to fly. We pull back really hard, which is odd because we can't take off naturally. But once we're in the air, we're listing up significantly. Let's look at our forces. So our thrust is way back. What does this say? Center of vertical drag. The vertical drag in front of your center of mass. This makes your plane very unstable in the air. Try adding rear elevator fins. These are our rear elevator fins right now. How could we add more? Structure is too complex. Okay, I'm just gonna get the easy way out of here and use mods. So, that should help a little bit, but it's still in front. The center of vertical drag is gonna be our issue. And I'm not exactly sure how to solve that. What if we took a bunch of these small elevator fins and put them in here? Just give them no settings. We want that extra drag. Put those guys in there. Let's see, how's that doing? It's still in front. Okay, I did some adjustments there, and let's see what we can do now. So, takeoff mode. Full throttle. And we turned. That's odd. We took off. And now I'm just gonna hold thrust. Actually, I'll try to level off first. Okay, hold thrust and let's see what happens. Still pitching up. Not as bad though, I must admit. This is much more controllable. And this thing is pretty fast considering Trailmaker's vehicles are generally slow as far as planes go. Unless you drag glitch them. Oh, the nose is flopping around quite a bit. What's the next modification that we can add to make this more flyable? I guess the nose can be strengthened up. We saw that wobbling quite a bit. Steering help can be turned off, and strength can be turned. Yeah, strength is already at the top. So, that's pretty good. Now, I guess we just take it for a flight. Oh, it did a whole drive right off the runway last time. Was that a fluke? It is not looking like it. Okay, something must be off balanced. Because, I mean, it flies fine. That nose is still a little bit wobbly. Let's go into first person. There we go. Yeah, the nose is really wobbly on the front. Probably not the best for flying. And first person, as per usual, is pretty bad. Oh, there's the ground. Okay, well, I'm gonna do a quick inspection, see if I can fix anything up, and then we will do the proper reveal. Okay, guys, here we have it. The Concorde Droop Snoot inspired build with a functional drooping, snooping nose. Yep. Anyways, let's give a little flight test and demonstration. So, full throttle. Gotta use those high-speed engines to run right off the runway because still not sure why it's doing that. Take off in that most elegant manner, and here we're flying. So as you can see, I just folded the Droop Snoot in. It is flying straight. I made it a little stronger by adding a few more hinges, but yeah, as you can see, it is functioning and it does work. So you can fly around, get your airlining in. Let's do a quick top speed run. It is not going to be above Mach because of Trailmakers, but we can see what it is. 590 kilometers an hour, 600 kilometers an hour. So that's pretty good. And now let's see if we can take this in for a proper landing. I do not have high hopes. So we can see the runway back there. Let's line up. Definitely how they would have done it on the Concorde here. And yeah, so let's level out. Let's put that Droop Snoot down so we can have better view. And then let's come in for the most elegant landing you ever did see. Good thing we got a long runway. Oh my. Smooth landing. Oh, beautiful landing. Welcome home, everybody, from Concorde Airlines. Don't mind us taking you right to the taxiway. You know, we don't need to stay on that runway. It is all good. Anyways, thank you to everyone who made it this far in the video. If you did enjoy it, why not consider hitting that like or subscribe button? Go say something cool in the comments, like brown broccoli or something. I don't know. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.